So there is another topic that we are going to discuss, which is a reading from properties file. Yeah. First of all, we need to understand what is a properties file. I'm going to create a file, new file. I'll name it as config.properties. Okay. So this config.properties file got created directly under my project directory. I have created directly, intentionally I have created directly under project directory. See, this config.properties. You see, when I'm creating that file, in the name itself, I have given config.properties. Now the file type is properties file. But for other files that we have created so far, test1, it is a text document. WebEx recordings URLs is a text document. Inside this test directory one, all the files that I created, those are all text documents. But this properties file that I have created, config.properties, it's not a text document. It is a properties file. Its type itself is a properties file. Okay. If I open this, see, it got opened. It is empty. I can open that using a notepad also. Notepad or like config.properties. So this properties file is a file is a text file with .properties extension. So whatever the data that we put inside is nothing but text. Okay. Let me first create few properties, then explain you the purpose of this properties file. Host equal to okay. If you see these values, sometimes there will be few values which will be used across all your code, and those values are same throughout your application or throughout your software. For example, today I have created a website. Say my website name is I am going to test a website. Let's say my website is let's take example of Amazon. Amazon.co.uk. So whatever the testing that I do, I'm testing this application. So every time I test, I need to open this URL only. Okay. So that means this value is a constant. It doesn't change. URL is this one. Now, for my testing purpose, I have created a username and password. I have created an account whose username is equal to test username, whose password equal to some test password, whose email equal to some test email. This is xyz.learning.com. So these values, now every time I test, every time I write some test, there are few test steps that I need to execute. First thing is opening this URL in web browser, then logging with this credentials, okay, username and password. Then after logging in, I'll do whatever the testing that I need to do. So this value is, that means these values are same throughout all my tests. So in my test steps, let's say open so-and-so URL. So open www.amazon.co.uk is one step. Then enter test username in username field. Enter password, test password in password field. Click login button. Then search for a product. Add product. Make payment. These are all the steps, further steps. Similarly, there are another step, some other tests where also I need to open this URL, then log in using this username and password, do something. So in every step, every test, or in most of the tests, I use these values. So all those values which I use in my test, rather than hard coding them directly inside my test, each test, what I do, I pull out them, put them in properties file. Now, wherever I want these values on the right side that are highlighted in blue, rather than directly using them, I can use the corresponding property name. In the test case, actual test case, that means in the actual code, instead of using this test username, I use this username. What happens in that case? When you use this username, this file is referred, this properties file is referred. In this file, we'll go and check for this thing. The value of this is this. We use this value. Okay, so this properties file is a file which is like a repository where you store all the commonly used values. Okay, commonly used values at single place. Now, what is the advantage of having properties file? Let's say tomorrow, instead of this www.amazon.co.uk, they change their website to something else. Okay, something like AMZN. Okay. Similarly, for test username, instead of test username, they create a new account and they name it test username and test password one. Something like excel1.com. So any of these values is changed. Now there is only one place where I need to change those values. That is this properties file. It is enough to come and change those things, those properties in this properties file, rather than changing everywhere in the code. If this URL, username, password, these things are referred in 100 test cases, that means 100 places. In all those 100 places, if I don't use this properties file concept, I need to go and change those values in all the 100 test cases. But if I use properties file, there is one place where I need to make that change. That is this properties file. Single place. Now, in all the 100 test cases, you are not using this one. You are using this property. Right? You are calling this property. Now, when the actual value is retrieved from properties file, the present value that is there in the properties file is used for this property. Similarly, for this property, this value is used. Okay. So this is the concept of properties file. Properties file is a file with a dot properties extension where all the properties are stored as key value page. The left one is key, right one is value. This one is key, this one is value. This one is key, this one is value. This one is key, this one is value. Okay. Now stored. So the purpose is like so all the commonly used properties are pulled and placed in this properties file. The advantage being, so in future, if you want to change any property, rather than changing in all 100 places, it is enough to go and change in single place. Okay. So this part is understood by everyone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
ಇದು ಅಡುತ್ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೊಡೋಣ. Properties file ವಾಡಾರ. What is the purpose of properties file in your automation framework? ಇದೇ ಜಪಾನ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್. Again, okay, class, there is a built-in class called properties. I create object whose name is props, equal to new properties. So this properties class is present in java.util package. There is a method in props dot First, we need to load all the properties present in this config.properties file. First, we need to read the values, right? Yeah. Okay. I know what is happening. So in this read one properties file class, okay, first I need to create a main method. Inside this main method, I need to properties object, then properties dot load. In this load, I need to pass a reader object, that is new file reader. So in this step, we are loading all the properties into this properties object. Now from now onwards, what we can do is simply, if I want any property, all that I need to do is props dot get property. I need to pass the key. I told you, right? The next thing, the value on the present on the left side is key. So this is key, this is value. This is key, this is value. I want URL, let's say. I need to pass it in double quotes. So it returns me property. I can print that value. Okay, it has returned me that value. There are simple 3 steps involved in it. First one is, first created this properties object. To this properties object, so I'm passing this file reader object which reads this config.property, okay, to this load method. So what exactly happening in this line is, into this prop, we are first reading all the properties present in this config.properties file using this file reader class, then loading. Now once this line is executed, all the properties are loaded into this props object. Now next thing that you need to do is just call this get property and pass whatever the key that you want value for. Right? Suppose in one of the test cases, you are executing a step called loading the URL in the browser. In that case, you need to pass the URL which you have to load, right? So that URL, instead of directly giving the hard-coded URL in the test step like this, okay, like this, what we do, we use this properties or get property, this URL to that step. So then it returns this value. If there are 100 tests like this, where we are loading the URL, everywhere we call this method, properties of get property URL. rather than directly passing that amazon.co.uk. Okay. So as I told, the advantage being in future, let's say there is change in URL, there is change in username, then you just all that you need to do is just go and change in properties file rather than changing all the 100 times. Okay. This is simple example of how to read a property from properties file. Similarly, you can username, password. 99% of the time, you don't find a framework, whether it is a developer framework or automation framework. I can say 100% of the times, there will be at least one properties file where all the properties are stored like this. Okay. So this part I have put in main method, right? But in reality and in real time, how this is used is, instead of putting this in main method, so they will create a dedicated class reading from properties file. In that, they create a method, something like public void get properties object. Okay, in that they put this properties equal to this properties add row declaration, then return props. Change the return type to this. Okay. So what we have done, we have created in this class, we have created a method get properties object which returns properties object. Inside this method, I'm using this code properties props equal to new properties, then loading the properties from properties file, then returning the loaded properties object. Okay, in all the 100 tests, say there are 100 different test classes are there in my code. In all the test classes, I need to create object of this class. Let's say Java properties package. Class sample test using properties. It will have main method. Okay. Here, let's say my test execution started my first test step executed. This is dummy code that I am writing. In our case, let's say this can be a Selenium step where we are opening a browser, then entering URL, then entering username, password, clicking login button. These are all the test steps, right? Let's say my test execution started. Opening web browser, entering URL. Here, while entering URL, I need URL, right? So in this case, what we need to do, I will go and create this object for this class. New, it return me properties object. It's not some name I'm giving utility. Now this I call this dot get properties object. It returns me properties object, properties props equal to now on this I'll call this props dot get property. I want URL, right? URL. And I'll store that into string web URL equal to then open the URL. In Selenium web URL. Similarly, entering username. Entering password. For username, again, we need to string uname equal to props dot get property username. Execute it. See, first it executed my test. Execution started. Opening web browser, entering URL. Here, I need to read the values, right? URL, username, and password. For that, I am creating this object of this class, reading from properties file. So I have created object of this class, and that class I'm calling this method get properties object. I'm calling this method. Okay, so this method is returning me all the loaded properties which are present in config.properties. So all the loaded properties I'm storing them into props object. Now wherever I want some value from properties file, I'm just using that properties object. I'm just calling the get property method, passing the key that I want value for. URL here, username here, password here. Now once you have the part value, you can use it however you want, wherever you want. in your code logic. Here I'm just printing a dummy code like entering password in Selenium, entering username in Selenium. In real time, it's like you can use WebDriver dot send keys username, WebDriver dot send keys password. You can use that in real time in Selenium. We'll see that example as well. So in real time, what we do is we created a dedicated class to read with a method like this to read properties file and return properties object. Now in 100 test classes, wherever you want, you create object like this in all the 100 test classes. Using that object, you call this method get properties object, then you get all the values once, then in that class wherever you want, you call that get property. You can do same thing in all 100 classes. Okay, so this everyone understood this? What exactly are we doing in this class and what exactly are we doing in this class? You understood the concept?
Yeah.
Any doubts in this?
No.
Any doubts? Raji?
No.
Understood?
Yeah.
So can someone say what is the purpose of properties file?
Instead of entering the values again and again, we can have a property file where you can you access the values through key.
Yeah. What is the advantage?
If you want to change the object, we can use this property file and we can change.
If you want to?
Change in any code in the project, we can use this property code. We can change.
So at single place, you can change that. You don't need to go and change in all the 100 places. Okay? Ravina,
Yes.
what this?
Yeah.
So, Ramya, what about you?
Yeah.
Prashanti?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So, all the code examples that we have practiced, they are very basic. I mean, hardly 4 or 5 lines of code, not more than that. All the 4 or 5 examples that we have seen today, they are hardly 5 to 6 lines of code, a max. Okay? But they make your life easy. This file reading and writing, reading from file, writing to the file. We have seen examples of reading and writing to text files only, not to binary file. That means image files, Excel and all that stuff. Please practice these things.
Going back to
Okay.
the writing to a file.
Okay.